So LeBron James ruined All-Star Weekend. And I'm going to be honest, like, I'm not going to go out and say, like, oh, he was the worst thing, it's the worst thing in the world, or, oh, LeBron has the power to make or break it. But, like, what LeBron did, in my opinion, was absolutely embarrassing. Like, it was embarrassing. Like, he's gone, and now he's going out tweeting at Doug Gottlieb. He's now saying earned to not given, gotta give him credit though, laughing about Doug Gottlieb. Who cares? Who cares? Doug Gottlieb's coaching a not very good college team. He's not doing the greatest. And like, why? Because when he was asked during the summer whether or not Bronny James would start for his D1 college team, his mid-major team, he said maybe. He said he wouldn't play, he doesn't see him as a point guard, but his wings are bigger, so we'd have to have him at camp to see how he competes against the bigger wings. He said absolutely nothing wrong. And obviously LeBron James is now trying to take some heat off himself by hating on Doug Gottlieb. And by the way, I do want to say this about Bronny. Bronny's been way better than I thought he was going to be. Like, the way Bronny James has been, like, in the G League recently, he's been killing it. Like, do I think he's an NBA player? No. Like, he's actually looked a little bit better in garbage time. But do I think there's a chance in a couple of years he might be an NBA player? No. But I think he'll be a good level pro. I think he'll get his chances in the NBA because of his surname. But I do think with Bronny James that he's someone who probably could play at a decent level, not the NBA, or like other than the NBA. But with LeBron last night waited. He decided he was going to stand in the middle of the picture, by the way. In the middle of the picture. Like, everyone's like, oh, not everyone kits out for the All-Star games. But, like, the years where players didn't play, they stood on the side, like. They stood on the side of the picture, not in the middle. He stood in the middle of his team's picture with his gear on, not playing. And it's one thing with Anthony Edwards, like, getting himself hurt. But, like, he stood in the damn middle, and then he goes into the press conference. This is the embarrassing part. Like, is this the whole press conference?
Tonight, unfortunately, I would not be.
And by the way, he was asked, what will we see from you tonight? And this is what he said.
We see from you tonight.
You won't see anything from me tonight. Unfortunately, I would not be in uniform tonight. Still dealing with ankle.
So, by the way, he didn't tell anyone. He didn't tell these reporters. These reporters are there for press conference for LeBron. They were like planning questions. It's like, oh yeah, what do you expect? What can we expect from you? Oh yeah, I'm not playing. In what could be his last All-Star game. And let's be real. LeBron deserved to be an All-Star this year. But, like, was he that much better? Has he been that much better this season than Domantas Sabonis? And I mean that as a question. I don't think he's been that much better. And then next year, obviously, if he keeps playing, he'll be an All-Star. But will it be by merit, or will it just be the Dirk Nowitzki, Dwayne Wade honorary All-Stars? And the worst part about it is that he didn't say it the day before. If he knew he was suffering from an injury, and by the way, like, Anthony Edwards as well, knowing you're going to be hurt. Like, the fact is that the two of them dropped out. Like, a lot of people were like, oh, it could have gotten Norman Powell his All-Star. And then people were like, oh no, but like Norman Powell wasn't guaranteed to be an All-Star. He would have been if the two of them were gone. If the two of those players were gone, Norman Powell or Norman Powell or Sabonis. Both of them would have been in. Regardless of Sabonis, he's been a multiple-time All-Star. Norman Powell would have gotten his first ever All-Star. And it's so funny seeing in betting odds, Norman Powell being third favorite for most improved player, and as soon as he was snubbed from the All-Star team, he immediately becomes the favorite, which was hilarious to me. But, like, that's the thing. That genuinely is the thing. But it's funny when it comes to the players. Like, By the way, the basketball yesterday was good. I fell asleep, so I didn't see all the crazy commercials. I didn't see a lot of the mad stuff. So basically, all that I saw yesterday was I woke up, I saw the games with none of the other crap. I watched it on mute because like I couldn't turn the volume on. I watched it on a bus when I didn't have headphones. So I watched it on mute and I'm like, man, these games were pretty good. And I went to Twitter and seeing everyone just hating on it. And like obviously the freaking Inside the NBA, like Inside the NBA needs to end yesterday. Yes, Inside the NBA can be funny. 10 years ago it was great, but it's actively destroying the sport. And by the way, like freaking Draymond Green as well. Draymond Green should fit right into Inside the NBA. Put him on Inside the NBA and put them like nothing, like let them do their thing. Let them joke and say whatever the hell they want. Just like everyone can. But don't put it on during the games. Like it's one thing somebody joking about NBA stuff. It's another thing doing what Inside the NBA did, watching the games and spending the entire game telling the viewer how terrible what they're watching is. Like that is the dumbest thing you can possibly do. That is genuinely the dumbest thing for the league. But like LeBron, like just everything. By the way, the only reason the All-Star game was not as bad as ever was because of the young guns. Because of Steph Curry, who's, in fairness, when people have put it up to him, has never really cheated the game. Dame Lillard, in his defense, has never really cheated the game. Whereas LeBron James is like, I don't know. Like, look, I still think LeBron James is the best player to ever pick up a basketball. Like, and I understand that I will probably have lost 75 subscribers because of that. But like, what we're seeing, some of the non-basketball related stuff, like, it's just, like, you can see why people don't like LeBron. Like, you can see why people don't like him. Like, everything has to be about him, like. But yeah, it's just frustrating seeing LeBron doing this crap. Like, and you just knew it was something like that was going to happen. Like, instead of, I'm going to go and be injured, which is fine. It's fine not to play. But I'm injured. I'm going to go and let someone else play. I'm going to let someone else get their time. But no. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go and make my whole injury about me as well. Giving someone else a chance? Nah. I'm not going to say I'm injured a little bit before. I'm going to make it about me. I'm going to announce. And by the way, if when he got hurt, there was a possibility because it's in Golden State. You know what? Norman Powell might have just said, yeah. Like, if he had said that morning, instead of waiting until the press conference, I'm not playing, they could have probably found somebody. But no. Heck, I was about to say, it was Sacramento's in Cali too. The next two best players are out in Cali. Either way, though, like, it's just embarrassing from LeBron. It is just embarrassing. And as much as I'm like, on the court, I don't think we're ever going to see a LeBron again. And it's like, appreciate it while you can. With some of the crap that he pulls off the court, like, the game could be in a better place when he's done.